Yo, y'all do this right. It's a lot more work where that came from. No doubt. Alright, are you having a good time so far? All day today. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose. Never underestimate the real life, the gun swinging back. A sick type of fuck, who that? I let the blood stay in every spot that I rock. I'm representing empty spitting rhymes like a clock. Into the cave here where MCs be shell shocked. I got the stash in my dash with the stock and the why. Hold the abuser, hold the stupid hooker user. The pen with the flow counting back in the Land Cruiser. I get in charge from the sound of the bus. I was made to crush. I wet and rappers till they bust. My Benjamin is elite, nigga deep. 20 sneak, we creep in the 5-car clip. That's how I'm bouncing for the 9/5, son. We don't promote no masquerade, but we was players from day one. We start trends, we make hits. Get that Larry be on some real live shit. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose. Get that Larry be on some real live shit. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose. Get that Larry be on some real live shit. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose. Get that Larry be on some real live shit. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose. Smokes in the windows cause I'm moving with heat. I got a mean ass broad in my shotgun seat. You can get up any day of the week. That nigga Larry be making rappers retreat. You know it like if I fail. Jake is on my tail. I blew up the block, I left the haze like black hell. I use the M16 to blast clowns off the planet. He cold blood, my heart is made of granite. My counterpart, moved the K to the death, yeah. Wicked beat, nigga, max, murderer with his left. We got the whole game locked, stole. Things on hold like a pimp on his stroll. I'm busting caps in the sugar-coated rap, yo. This is a lyrical terrorist manifesto. Sipping the Remy, getting lit. I'm hit. Ignite a fat split. I'm on some real live shit. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose. I'll be back once more for my niggas with the encore. One last verse to blow the spot, then I burst. I'm about to sing cause I'm on some low shit. Bank rolling niggas on that ghetto pro shit. Damn, I hate to settle for less. True that, I wanna live mega fat. Push events like a diplomat. Automatic text. Lazarus around my neck. Engineering shit with Corleone respect. The international world class dawn came to reign on hip hop. I can't be stopped. I shoot the breeze with expertise. The mic is like a toast when I rhyme, I squeeze. Criminologist, kicking criminology. The way I'm shaking you is like a bank robbery. So yo, get on the floor and get face down. Take these slugs to your head so I can push your fucking down. That's what you get for playing slick. Get that Larry be on some real live shit. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose. I'll leave my folks like heroin in your nose.
All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome to this edition of Gangsta Talk. I am the temporary host, Maximum Black, and I have a very special guest with me today, a sister from the continent. Abena, you can come off mute. And we're going to have an interesting discussion today. I asked her to come here so we can talk about a particular topic. Hold on a second, let me get her on. And it's a topic that a lot of you heard, a lot of so-called SYSBM guys And a lot of these brothers seem to think that they can just pick up and go anywhere and be the same type of Negroes that they are here anywhere else. And so we're going to talk about that today. As you can see, the topic, right, it says how some non American women see black men. Now, the sister that's joining me today, Abuna, she is from the continent and is currently on the continent right now. She is from Ghana. She's an African woman. And she agreed to engage in discussion with me today about this particular subject. Now, you've heard it like I've heard it. Many of you have heard it by now, right? A lot of the SYSBM guys say that they're saving themselves from black women. Black women have nasty attitudes and children out of wedlock and all kinds of crazy things like that, right? And they seem to think that they can make children and not take care of them and it's okay, and they can just run to another country and deal with other races of women and not change who they are. They can be just as derelict as they want. They can be just as irresponsible as they want, and everything will be okay. Because let's face it, right? Any other woman is better than an American black woman according to them, right? Now, they also say things like, if the mother is left alone to raise the child, and the child turns out bad, turns out to be a bad adult, that it's the mother's fault, right? Not their irresponsibility, not the fact that they were absentee dads. As a matter of fact, they say it's not the man's fault because the man wasn't there, right? Well, let's see how that flies with other races of women. We're going to start talking to women from different places that aren't in this country, and we're going to see what they think about that, okay? Now, Abner, come off of mute there. Can you hear me? Let me check and see if my guess is okay. You can hear me. All right.
Yeah, I can
All
hear
right.
you.
So everybody, this is Abuna. She's from Ghana. My sister from the continent. She's currently in Africa right now, and she's joined me today, and we're going to have this discussion. So Abuna, let me start off with this question right here. Right? Okay. It. All right. Now,
Okay.
I don't know how it is in Ghana. Okay. But what is the how
Mm-hmm.
do African women see a black man that is irresponsible, a black man that don't want to take care of his kids? Let's start there. How do y'all feel about a black man, whether he be in America or whether he be on the continent, and he doesn't take care of his kids? Like for example, they have a system over here called child support, right? If a man isn't taking care of his kids,
Mm-hmm.
the mother can go after him for child support, right? Some of the guys over here don't even want to pay child support
Okay.
for their children. They don't want to send the child support check. So let's start off with that question. What's your take on men who don't want to take care of their
Okay.
kids, whether they be from the diaspora, the continent, or America?
Sorry, I cannot hear you because my Wi-Fi is misbehaving. So when you come back, you say it again. I can hear you.
Okay, go out and come back in. You hear me? Hold on. One second. Let me know, please. Their Wi-Fi over there on the continent is kind of messed up. Hold on one second.
Hello, please forgive me. My country, we have a network problem. So
Right, right.
I did not hear what you said well, so you can say it again.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hold on one second. Let me double check on her.
Yeah, I
But
can
now, can
hear
you?
you now.
Okay, you can hear me now. Okay. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
I can hear you now.
Okay, okay. We have to bear with her. Like I said, their Wi-Fi is not that strong over there. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's coming in
Yeah.
all the way from Africa. So Abinah, right? How do you feel about men, whether they be African or African American, that don't take care of their kids? Okay, hold on.
For me, facts.
Okay, she's going in and out. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let's work on. We're working on this technical issue right here. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, is your Wi-Fi selling now?
Yes. Now it's set.
Abena, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, there you go. Okay, we got you now. Okay, did you hear the question? Abena, did you hear the question? Okay. All right, listen. We'll be right back. We'll end the stream. We'll start the stream again once we fix the. We have to fix this connection issue with her. Give us a few minutes and we'll be right back. I'm going to end the stream right now. And Abena, can you hear me? All right, give her a second. She's trying to relog on. Yeah, and so what we're going to talk about today, if she can get her connection right, we want to dispel this myth that you can just pick up and go anywhere and be just as derelict as you want in other countries, and other women don't seem to have a problem with it. Okay, and trust me, she has some very interesting things to say. Once we can get her back on here, I want you guys to really listen to what this black woman has to say. Now, this is an African woman, okay, and she's been checking things out over here in America, and we've allowed her to hear some of the things that the SYSBM guys are saying, and some of the brothers were saying, who seem to be blaming black women for everything. Okay, she's back now. Let me see if she fixed her Wi-Fi. Okay. All right, Abena, can you hear me now? Are you coming in?
Yes, I'm here.
There you go. We got you. Wait a minute. She fell off again. Okay, are you there?
Yeah,
Okay, we can listen. Try listen. Try restarting. If you can hear, okay. Try restarting your Wi-Fi and see if that gives you a better connection. Sorry, folks. You know, in Africa, the network is pretty bad um, in some areas, so just bear with us. We're trying to get a connection straight. Okay, Albanat. All right, I can hear you moving around now. So go ahead and say something. Can you hear me? All right, she's working on her. All right, when you think you got it together, just chime on in, okay? Okay, I don't think she can hear me right now. We try to get this thing straight now. But anyway, like I was saying, right? She's gonna when she can get her. Hold on one second. Okay, your Wi-Fi is still acting up.
You said?
Okay, there you go. We can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Okay, good. We can hear you too. So go ahead now. Tell us about how you feel about men that don't take care of their children, whether it be African or Black American.
Hmm. Okay. What I think about a man who don't take care of and don't want to work, they will leave their wives and go to different continents and marry for there because they know that when they marry in that different foreign country, the woman will be responsible for their duties instead of them to be with black women to work together and take care of their children. They will not do that. One, a man will leave his wife and be in the house without working, and he will tell his people that, oh, there's
Live,
no
Angie.
work, there's no. You can hear me now?
Yes, yes, I can hear you. You're coming in clear. Come
Okay,
on in. Uh huh. Keep going.
okay. So these men, I see them, they are irresponsible men. In
Okay, so
Africa, men,
okay,
eh,
okay. So you see them as irresponsible men, right? Now, let me ask you a question. Okay.
yes,
Now,
okay,
if the man has got the woman pregnant, right, and they have children,
mm-hmm,
and the man leaves the woman to raise the
mm-hmm,
children on her own, and the children
mm-hmm,
don't turn out good for some reason or whatever, is it okay for him to blame the
mm-hmm.
mother?
No, you shouldn't blame the mother because you, the man, have to be in the house for you to take care of your children, and you did not. So the woman have to volunteer himself to take care of the children. And if the woman did not finish to take care of the children being street children, you shouldn't blame the woman for anything. You, the man, is your fault. It's not the woman's fault.
Well, wait a minute. That's not the way the American black man sees things. The American black man says it's the mother's fault because the father wasn't there.
No, because the father wasn't there. It's your father, your fault, and you didn't leave the children for the wife. And the wife said, oh, I see this man cannot take care of my children, so I have to take care of my own children. And assuming the wife have taken care of the children, went to places and they be good people, will you say the woman have done well or not? You will say the woman have done well. She have did a good job. But now, if the woman did not finish taking care of their children and the children being bad people, you're going to blame the woman. No, you shouldn't blame the woman. Blame yourself.
So let me get this right. So basically, what you're saying is if the man gets the woman pregnant and then abandons the woman and she does what she can to raise the children and they turn out to be street kids or thugs in the street, it is the man's fault for abandoning the mother and leaving the mother alone to raise the children.
Yes.
Well, that's not the way they see it over here. Now, American black men seem to think that it's the black woman's fault for everything. Okay, it's your fault for
Okay.
them leaving you. It's your fault for them not taking care of
No,
their kids.
it's not our fault. No, they shouldn't put blame on the women. They should put the blame on themselves because you have to be a man for the house and you did not do your job well. So the woman is trying to help you and he couldn't finish it. You shouldn't blame the woman for anything. Blame yourself. You are the cause of these things. Yeah.
Okay, now let me ask you a question. You're an African woman from Africa. Black men over here in America seem to think that that kind of irresponsibility makes
Yeah.
them the most desired. Okay, so do you find yourself as an African woman wanting these kind of these kind of black men from America, men who don't take care of their kids, and men who blame black women for everything?
Mhm.
Are these the kind of men that you desire? These the kind of men that you want to be with?
Mhm.
Did you
You
hear me?
could, I'm listening.
Hmm.
I did not hear the last one.
Yeah, are these the kind of men as an
I did
African
not hear
woman?
the last word you said.
Yeah, yeah. Are these the kind of men that you desire? I mean, you're an African woman. They're always talking about going to different countries, right?
Yeah.
Now, with
Yeah.
this kind of irresponsibility that they have, and always blaming black women for everything, right? Is this Does this
Mhm.
make them a man that you want to be with as an African woman? Would you desire these kind of men?
Um, what I would say is that
Can you hear me?
you leaving the black woman taking,
Okay,
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
okay.
Okay.
So tell me what makes these men these kind now first of all, do you consider these guys men? Do you consider these grown responsible men?
Yeah, they are irresponsible.
Hmm.
They are irresponsible. Yeah, they are irresponsible men because
Okay,
they
so
are lazy. They don't want to do anything.
okay, now understanding that, right? As an African woman from Africa, do you want these kind of men? Now, can these men come to your country and do the same thing?
No,
Tell
no,
us
I
why.
don't need this. Okay, I don't need this man in my country because they will come to my country and being sleep with a woman or a black woman in my country and pregnant them and leave them, or maybe they can take care of the children and the children will be street boys. That is very big problem. So I don't need them in my country at all. I need somebody who's responsible father in my country. I don't need any irresponsible father in my country at all.
Well, wait a minute. These guys saying that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. These guys saying that they are high valued and that they're desired all over the world. I mean, according to them, they can take their irresponsibility and their dereliction in fatherhood, and they can go to any country, and the women there will accept that. So you're saying that in your country, you don't want that.
Yeah.
Well, now, let me ask you this. they're also saying that, okay, you're a black woman, you are the original black woman. Okay? So they're saying
Yes, I don't want that in
right,
my country.
they're saying that the black women are the least desired and that they are the most desired. Now, are you telling us today, as an African woman from the continent, as the original black woman who lives in another country right now, who lives in Africa, right, that you don't desire these kinds of men? You don't want these kind of men? You're not looking for these kind of men? You're not checking for
We
these
need
kind
a
of men?
hard man.
Uh huh.
We need,
Bear with us, folks. Her Wi-Fi is kind of messed up in
I did
Africa.
not
Their
hear the last
Wi-Fi.
word you said. Please, can you say it
Hmm.
again?
Bear with us, folks. It'll straighten out in a little bit. You know, they had troubles with their Wi-Fi over there. Okay,
Yeah,
but now let me go ahead.
I can hear you
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
You
yeah,
can
yeah,
say.
yeah. I can hear you.
Okay, you were asking me a question, so you can say it and then I'll.
Okay, so the question is, okay, when you hear a man blaming the woman for everything, okay, how does that sound to you? How does that, as an African woman, right? You're hearing a black man blame a black woman for everything.
Mhm.
What's your take on that? It's the black woman's fault that he left.
Okay.
It's the black woman's fault that he don't pay child support. It's the black woman's fault that he don't raise his kids. Tell me your take on that. What kind of man? What kind of man is that to you?
That man shouldn't blame a woman for anything because what I see is that, or my
Oh man, she's going in and out. Oh boy, it's a bad time for the
I
connection to
am
be.
now.
Yeah.
Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi is disturbing.
Are you moving around or? Okay, we can hear you now.
Oh, this Wi-Fi, this Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I know. I know y'all Wi-Fi be
Can you hear
screwing up
me?
sometimes. Yes. Can you hear me? All right, people, give her some time. Unfortunately, her Wi-Fi is acting up right now. Which is the case sometimes with them from other continent. Um, Abana, try going out and coming back in again. But I am determined to try to get her take. I mean, she's got some really interesting things to say about these men who blame black men for everything. You see, what I want to point out and what I'm trying to show here is how other non-American black women see black men over here. See, because they seem to think that they are the shit, and they seem to think that they can go anywhere and do what they do over here, and they think that the women are accepting of that. Okay, if we can get her Wi-Fi straightened out here, she's got some really interesting things to say that I want you guys to hear about what she think about these guys and how other women in her country see these types of dudes. Abana, are you there? She's in Ghana right now, so give me a second. Let me see if I can get her to go out and come back in. Maybe I have to straighten up her Wi-Fi. If not, if we can't get her Wi-Fi straightened out, we will stop the stream and we'll re-air it later on. We'll do another live later on when her Wi-Fi is a little bit more stable. Abana, try going out and coming back in.
Today the weather is not that
Okay,
good.
there you go. You hear me?
Can you hear me? I'm sorry for my network outage and then the network
Yeah, we can hear you now.
fuck up.
We can hear you now.
Please.
Abana, can you hear me? Abana, can you hear me?
Hey, hi.
Okay, okay, can you hear me now? Oh man, what a bad time to be screwing up. Uh, hold on 1 second. Hey, T Trotter, what the hell are you talking about? Who the hell is that?
Can you hear me now?
Nah, 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 you're still bugging right now. You're still bugging. Uh, all right, we may have to shut the stream down until we can figure out this. Okay, Abana, can you hear me? Okay, I don't.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. All right, okay, we're gonna put her on mute for a minute. See if we can get her together. Give her time to fix her. She can stabilize her Wi-Fi. So it's real interesting, people. The conversation I had with her in the back chat, and
Hey, can you hear me now? Sorry, sorry,
okay,
sorry.
Abana, they can hear you.
My network is giving me a big tough problem. I don't know why.
Abana,
Yeah,
okay, we
I'm
can hear you.
sorry today.
Yeah, we can
It
hear you. Can you hear me?
rained. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, 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 hit it. Yeah. Okay, okay, go ahead. We can hear you.
Okay. You were asking me a question, so I have to finish with
Yeah, yeah. So I was
the
asking you, when you hear these men always blame black,
question.
right? When you hear these men always blaming black women for everything, as an African woman, right, a black woman, when you hear this, how do you feel about them?
Yeah. Oh, I feel they are bad men. Yes. Because if you are not a bad man and you are a responsible father, you couldn't say this outside. Even if your wife is not helping you, you have to talk to your wife so that you come as a one. But you shouldn't talk outside and say, "Believe these black women, they don't take care of anything, they don't say this, they don't." No, that is not the right thing.
Now,
A man has to talk to his wife.
okay, now, do you think these are strong men? Okay, man, the Wi-Fi in
Wife.
Africa. Uh, Sorry, people, bear with us. We're trying to get this straightened out.
Yeah,
I want
you
you to
see,
hear what this woman has to say. She has some really powerful things to say. Um,
yeah, you see, you can hear me now.
yes, 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 yes. I can hear you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
So,
I, I was thinking that this man I don't feel happy for them to saying that because if you're a man and you are helping the women, You shouldn't go outside and blaming all the women. Women doing this, women doing this. No. The women are not blaming about the men. Why is that the men are blaming about the women? They shouldn't do that. Because if you are a man in the house, you have to call your wife and say, oh, this is what we have to do and plan together.
Well, no, well they don't. They don't say.
You plan together.
Well,
You shouldn't talk around.
well they don't say that. They say it's the woman's fault. Like for example, if they don't raise the children, right? It's the woman's fault that they don't raise the children.
Yeah.
If they are an absentee father, it's the woman's fault. Now again, these guys
That's not.
right, these guys feel that they can go anywhere in the world and be the same way they are now.
Oh yeah, because they don't want to work. They are lazy people. So they think when they go to different continents and do the same thing over there, those people over there will not knew. Like maybe this man coming from America to all the way from America to Ghana and meet me as a lady I don't know anything about them, and they meet me, I will surely fall in love with them, but at long last it won't end up good. It won't end up with good because we don't know them. So you see, they run from their country to different country to different country because they know that place the women can help them and work and give them support the house without for them working. So me, I don't see these men that they are responsible fathers. They shouldn't blame any woman for that. Yeah, they shouldn't blame any woman for that. They should blame themselves.
Well, they don't do that. They blame the woman for everything, even if the woman has no choice but to raise the child on her own because they left her with the children. And if
No, that is not the right.
right, if the children turn out bad, right, then they still blame the mother. Now, let me ask you a question. If you okay, if you meet one of these guys in Ghana,
Okay,
right, and you don't know this guy, and like you said,
okay.
you fall in love with this guy, whatever, and you get pregnant by this guy, you
Yeah.
gotta come back to the States, and you find out that he has multiple children with multiple baby mamas. At that point, what do you
Mm-hmm.
think? What goes through your mind? Because he's not taking care of those kids, right? So if you see he's not taking
Mm-hmm.
care of his other kids, as an African woman, what would you do? What would you think? Okay, can every all right. This is frustrating. Okay. All right, can anybody in the chat hear me? Hold on, let me refresh you. All right, can anybody in the chat hear me? Abana, Abana, are you still there? Okay, I think. Okay, can you guys hear me in the chat? Somebody type in one if you can hear me in the chat. Okay, she fell off. Yeah, yeah, you got to bear with us. I might end the stream until we can find a better connection with her. I might have to do a recording with her because her Wi-Fi is pretty bad. You see, there in Africa, their Wi-Fi is not really that good. Um, it's pretty much a crapshoot. Okay, you got to be able to catch them. Um, but I really want you to hear because I had a very okay. She's back. Let me see if her Wi-Fi is better. Okay, Abinal, you here?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there you go. Now you sound good. Okay, we can definitely hear
Mhm.
you now.
So, okay. So, if I see that this man is not taking care of his children in the state that he married different women, and I found out I'm pregnant with the same man, I'll just divorce this man and just take my children away and take care of them my own sweat without taking any penalty from the man. Because even the first children, he doesn't take care of them. So what are my own? He can't do anything about it. So I have to take care of my children by myself. Yes.
Now, at that point, down, if you say some, if you do that, right, then they're going to say,
Mm-hmm.
if the children turn out to be street children, it's your fault because you made that decision to take care of them on your own. Do you agree with that?
Mm-hmm. I'm not agree with that. That's no. Because if I see that the father was taking care of the first children, I could say this father can take care of my children. But if he is not doing that, then I can't leave my children for this man to make my children be straight boys. So then I can do it by myself. If I do it and the children tend to, or I did not finish it well, and the children tend to be a rich, a bad children, they shouldn't blame me for anything. To blame the man for everything happening.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is if you find out that this guy's irresponsible, that he's not taking care of any of his kids, and
Yeah.
now you're about to have a kid by him, and you make a conscious decision to say, you know what, this guy's irresponsible. He can't take care of his kids. He's not going to take care of the ones he got with me. So let me get on out of here and raise my kids and take care of them myself. But if you somehow fail in that, you can still blame the father for being irresponsible to begin with and putting you in that situation. Is that what you're saying?
Mhm. Yeah, I will still blame the father. I'll not blame myself. It's the father's fault. It's not my fault.
Okay, so yeah, Oni.
Because what
So,
I was thinking that,
mm-hmm. Oni, what I'm getting at though, if she's saying that she's gonna take care of her children on her own, is she making a conscious decision to do that because the man is so derelict in his duties and he's so irresponsible that she has no choice?
mhm,
Okay, but you know how these sissy bims think, Oni. If she makes that choice and the baby come in and the children turn out to be street kids, they're going to blame her. They're not going to look at the
no,
fact that the father was so irresponsible that she was forced to make this decision to try to go on her own and raise her kids because there was just no father to speak of, no responsibility to speak of from the father. Now I see it as
mhm,
it's sad that she has to make a decision like that because there's supposed to be an adequate father in the children's life. You know, the one that helped her make those kids is supposed to be there,
yeah,
right? But if he's so bad, is so irresponsible. I mean, some women
mhm,
might even look
yeah,
at it this way, right? That if the man is so damn irresponsible and so fucked up, they may not even want that man around their
mhm,
kids. I mean, why would you want somebody if the irresponsibility is that damn bad the way you got to
mhm,
say, well, you know what, I got to take my kids and I got to do the best for
mhm,
my kids because their father is so goddamn irresponsible that he's become a negative influence in their life. Okay, so your only recourse is to say, hey,
That's all.
let me get my kids to go, right?
Yeah.
And so even if you make that conscious decision, which I think is the
Yeah,
right
because you have to fight. You have to fight for your kill.
right,
You shouldn't leave them.
right. And even if you make that conscious decision as a woman, right? And to me that's the right decision, but they will still say
Yeah.
you're on your own, and if your kids turn out bad, you can't blame the father. You see, that's the hurdle that you have to that's the hurdle we have to get over here, right? Because they're not looking at it as the woman making a rational decision, a correct decision to do what she has to do for her children because the father's so goddamn derelict that he became
You
a
have
negative
to
influence.
blame the father for that.
Right. I mean, if the father's so goddamn derelict that it's unhealthy for him to be around the goddamn children,
Because assuming the father was in the house, being with the mother, with the children, taking care of the children, will the children be a sweet boys? No. If so, you, the father, did not take care of the children, so I have to fight for the children. And I take my children away. I was fighting with them, fighting for them to get a good thing in life or to achieve good thing in life. And I did not finish. So I end up letting the children be a bad children. You shouldn't blame me for anything. I try my best. I try my best. And I did not finish it. So I'm done. You can tell me that I'm the person who do this, who do this. You shouldn't blame me for anything. Yes.
okay, I see what you're saying, and I agree with that. But we're dealing with men over here who are so irresponsible and have so much hatred for black women that they don't see any kind of reasonable decision that you would make, okay, as something positive. They see whatever decision you make is your decision. Whatever happens, happens. They don't have nothing to do with it, even though they help make those kids, and those kids are their responsibility. If you make that conscious decision to take your kids and leave, then they're pretty much saying you're on your own. So however the kids turn out, that's your fault. So if you raise a boy and he turns gay, that's your fault. If you raise a child and that child turned out to be a murderer, it's your fault. They're saying that once you make that decision to take your children away and do the best you can on your own because you feel the father is such a bad influence that it's probably unhealthy for him to be around the children, that even though you're making that conscious decision, it's your fault. However they turn out, it's your fault if they turn out bad. Well, yeah, but you know how they say it only, right? They say it's the woman's fault regardless, right? So they're saying that you can't blame the father because the father isn't there. Now, Abana is saying that if she sees that this man is derelict and he is a terrible father and he's a negative influence on the children, for her children's sake, she's going to make a conscious decision to take her children away from him and raise them on her own. Now, these dudes who are pretty much heartless and don't care about black women, that's pretty much what they want, right? They're waiting for that. That gives them ammunition against black women. They said, you see, she decided to go do that on her own. So if her boys turn out to be gay, that's her problem. That's her fault. We don't have nothing to do with it. That's what they're going to say. They won't see it as a woman making the best decision that she possibly can, okay, to do the right thing by her children. They won't see it that way. And I'm sorry about the podcast. Her Wi-Fi isn't really that stable, which is the case in Ghana. So sometimes it's good. It depends on when you catch it. It's unfortunate. I'm gonna have to do probably another live stream with her at some other time, and we'll have to take this subject up again because I really wanted you to hear the things that she said in the back chat. I mean, she said she dropped some serious things in the back chat about these dudes and how other races of women really see them, um, and they think that they're select and they're desired all around the world, and they just have no idea how other races of women are really thinking about them, especially African women. You know, they seem to think that they can go anywhere and do whatever they want, and they're the most desired. No, not so. They're actually the least desired. I mean, you just heard this woman say earlier that she don't want these type of men in her country. So you have an African woman here from the continent telling you, look, I don't want these kind of men in my country. But these kind of men think that they can go to these other countries. Now, if she's saying that, how many other women from different countries who see the same thing she see and are saying the same thing? I don't want these kind of men in my country. So if the women are really saying that they don't want these kind of men in their countries, then what are these guys talking about? What countries do they think that they can go to and do the same things that they're doing here in those countries and think that the women are going to put up with it? Avana, are you back? Abana.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You sound much clearer now. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so Abana, they think that they can go to your country and do to you what they do to the black women here because they feel that you don't know them and that you would be accepting of what they do over there. Like, for example, they feel that you should respect them and submit to them regardless of whether they are irresponsible or not. Do you agree with that? Did you hear me, Abana? Okay, I don't think she can hear. I think she. Can you hear me, Abana? Okay, she's still having some technical issues, but yeah. So see, we want to get the people from these other countries, the women, and we want to hear it from the horses. We want to hear it from them on how they see this, right? We don't want third party information. We want to actually get it from the women who come from these different countries that these guys claiming that they can go to. One of them is the Dominican Republic. That's up next. So, Abuna, Abuna. All right, she can't hear me. Okay, so listen, the, we can't really get her stream working right now, so we're gonna do a part two to this, either sometime today or sometime tomorrow when her connection is more stable. Because the show today was all centered around her. I wanted you to really hear the things that she said about these guys when I asked her questions in the back chat. I mean, she had some powerful responses, okay, that I think you guys should listen to. Yeah, I know her connection is pretty bad, Ani, and it's it's
Oh, I
a
can hear you now.
okay. You can hear me now. Okay, great. Hey, Dame. Dame is here. Have no fear, the Dame is here. So, Dame,
Okay.
Okay, I think Dame is having connection. Wow, we're
Oh
having a
yeah.
bad connection day.
My headset ain't working right. I gotta get the other one.
Dame,
Yes.
okay, you're low. I can barely hear you.
Okay. I'm going to go get the other headset.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so okay, you can hear her. Okay, I think she can hear Dame a little bit better. Maybe we might be saying maybe we can get this thing going. Maybe it's my feed to her that's pretty bad. Maybe the feed between her and Dame is a little bit better. Yeah. So Ani, so one of the reasons why I asked her to come on is because we want to have an authentic conversation about how these guys are seen by non-American women. Because if you let them tell it, they're select all over the world, and that they're desired, and that they don't have to be responsible. They can pretty much go wherever they want, make as many children as they want, and not be responsible, not take care of their kids. Well, no, 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 no. Hold your horses. Hold your horses. Um, Dane. Okay, we are having a very, very bad connection day today. We cannot get our connections right today. All right, so while they're trying to fix their connections out, can anybody hear me in the chat? Let me refresh here. Okay, so we're working on getting these connections together. Hopefully. Okay, Damon, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, she's low.
Mm, okay, wait.
Okay, can we get the? Can you guys hear me?
Is this better?
All right. Okay. Okay, you're coming in very low.
I'm still low? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you're still low.
That's
Okay, looks like the connection won't allow us to do a show today because there's too many connection issues.
mm-hmm.
It's really unfortunate because I wanted you guys to hear what she had to say. Dame, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, again, you're still real low. Not sure what your issue is. And Abana, can you hear me? All right, well, listen, all right, we're gonna shut the stream down, and maybe we'll come back later on and do a part two. Maybe sometime either later on today or maybe tomorrow. We'll do a part two. We have to work out these connection issues. Sorry about that, but we'll try to do a part two either later on today or sometime tomorrow. Okay. All right. Thanks everybody for coming out. Sorry, we can't continue the stream. Just too many connection issues. I don't want to spend the rest of the stream asking people if they can hear and blah, blah. All right. So we'll do a part two to this. Okay. Because she still didn't say a lot of the stuff that I wanted you guys to hear. So we'll do a part two sometime either today or tomorrow. Okay. Thanks everybody for coming out. Peace, power, and unity. We'll see you either later on today or tomorrow.